Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to apologize for being absent over the past few days. There were some things going on in my personal life that I now hope to have completely sorted, and while I received this information on Thursday, I hope you'll forgive me for the delay and only posting it just now. That said, let's get started with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. The requirements for open forums and lines of communication within the gaming industry is extremely crucial for a variety of reasons. Some of the most important, especially when in relation to video games, usually surround the development and continued lifespan of the game's community and can be extremely crucial during an early access game's development in order to instill confidence in those investing in your game and allowing a method to determine one-off bugs versus persistent bugs within your game and be an additional tool in tracking trending issues. When you're dealing with early access titles like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, maintaining communication is key. Without it, confidence slowly erodes and less people will be willing to take the risk in helping to fund your game's development. Of course, all this comes at a potential cost. This cost usually comes in the form of trolls, spam bots, and just generally unpleasant people in general. You all know the kind, the ones that can call a person names at the drop of a hat and who generally add nothing to the conversation and behave in a manner that most civilized places in meat space would deem to be completely abhorrent and unacceptable. I've dealt with my own demons in this regard within the comments section of my own videos, and thankfully, they're very few and far between. So even while I have been extremely vocal in my disapproval of PUBG in the past and their business model in general as well as their banning practices, I can't help but feel a little sympathetic when I saw what has been decided on with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds' own community discussions forums on Steam. Also, while I cannot divulge my source for obvious reasons, the following is apparently from an internal discussion thread for the community developers and moderators where they maintain communication with Valve moderators and staff. In it, RoboDangel, a community coordinator for PUBG, had the following to say in a thread he titled Abandoning Steam Community Discussions. So, myself and the moderation team have reluctantly decided to leave our own discussions page. The main reason for this is the limited tools we have available for moderation. With the amounts of posts we're now getting, it has become such a huge time sink to attempt to moderate the spam and unruly users that we've found that even with the coverage for the majority of the day, we're fighting a losing battle. Something really needs to be done by Steam to improve the tools available to developers, officers, and moderators to effectively run their discussions page. Here are a few obvious tools that aren't currently available. Moderation history, forum-wide and user-specific. Ban or warning history. Advanced user sub-posting restrictions, anti-spam tools, and warning systems. Now, in response to this posting, Killa Instinct, a Steam community moderator that I've personally had mixed dealings with in the past, had the following to say. Sad to see you go, but understandable. Most of the things you mentioned already exist, so it's unfortunate you don't have access to them. We have some browser user scripts being transferred from global mod only for all of you guys, so hopefully that will help you. Meanwhile, it's probably a good idea to address this with devs and your Valve contact person, as the public statement has left us with a lot of work. So what this seems to imply is that the PUBG moderators have been so inundated with spammers and trolls that they have quite literally thrown in the towel, leaving the mess for Steam's moderation team to clean up the pieces. Also, this all but outright states that Valve does have a much more robust moderation system already in place, but they seem to keep their best toys for themselves and haven't shared with the rest of the children. And while this doesn't necessarily mean anything at all in regards to the game's continued development, having the game's community forums devolve into an unmoderated cesspool can, and in some instances will, drive away potential new customers from a title already suffering from the PR backlash over banning practices, accusations of favoritism in regards to Twitch streamers, Bluehole's recent temper tantrum over Epic Games' own Battle Royale mode for their title Fortnite, and a few others. The abandonment of the moderation of the community seems, in my mind at least, to continue painting a picture of a company that, while they at first relished in their phenomenal success, are still coming to realize all of the pains that go along with being in the limelight. But as always, please do let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and it's good to be back.